So now you have to ask a question. I don't. Oh, one after another. Yes. Who's that? Oh, no one.
Okay, so I would like to ask, you have experience how it was to have a fake guru and to have a real guru. So I wanted to ask how you would compare the experience, or how the difference was. How did it feel?
Sit down. It is the basic understanding we have to know according to our level where we are looking for a guide. We will find the Guru accordingly. When I decided to go to the temple, I decided to make advancement in a spiritual understanding. My motive was I want to become a member of the those who have understood, those who have realized Krishna and the transcendental plane, the eternal plane. So I don't know if anybody has we have all different motives, what we are looking for. But in the beginning, I decided I want to understand if there's really something beyond this material. Well, I know that there's more. I already know. From my young age, it's maybe from the past. So I was only reading books in this direction. And Bhagavad Gita, I thought, if this is what I understand, I want to know if it's truth. So I went to India. And I told this story. I met one guru there, who showed me all these things, yes. And I understood, I realized, yes, it is truth. There is not only this mundane conception, there's much more subtle and more subtle. So I came back, and after a few weeks or 2 months, maybe, I decided to give up. I did not want to work the whole life behind the table. I thought, no, if this is truth what I realized it, then I cannot go on like this. ISKCON opened temple in Vienna. I waited 2 hours before the empty house, and they came from Germany with big car, many devotees in full backed. And yes, I decided I will not go any more out, so I will stay. So I learned many things, but I was not really happy. I thought I understood already more than what the gurus there. But I accepted everything, I try to do service. But it was not I did not feel very happy there. So after, when it was, it was in the 90s, Guru fell down, I had at this time. So I know this is not what I want. Guru falls never down. Guru is always Guru. And then I was in India at this time. I want to live the rest of my life there. And then I met my Gurudev. So there are many things coming together. When I heard him speaking, when he looked at me, I know everything. I know he's the one who has realized, who is pure soul. And I try to have as much as possible to have contact with him. Every year I came there in Kartik month. I stayed a few months there in the beginning. And he also come to Vienna he liked me somehow or other. And yes. And I got somehow or other, by his mercy, I got connected with him. We went to Parikram. Guru Maharaj did not go on Parikram as with a big mass of people. So I feel also not attracted to these things, to festivals and Jagannath. I want to always be close to my Guru. I want to always be with him. I went every day with him to the Jamuna Puja. And when I was late, then he called me. He sent someone to me. I was just living next by Amara. I don't know if somebody knows him. No. I stayed there. And he was calling after me. So I got his shoe carriers and his cushion. And I was making this kind of service to him. And he come very close to me. And they make photo on the boat, And there's some young Indian sannyasis or godfathers of me. They did not want me on the picture, so I should go aside. And I looked at Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj did not react on anything. He just, I thought, yes, this is how they, but somehow or other he let me understand. It is not the closeness, closeness means something else. Close means if I can always carry him in my heart, and he will always be present. He will always take care. So there are many things I cannot tell. There's very mystical things appeared. When I took sannyas, his servant called me Christmas time. I should come to Perambur. This is in the south of Orissa. There's a Gurudev's appearance place there, near this Perambur. So I should come there, and he will give sannyas to many of his disciples. I think eight or 9 sannyas took sannyas at this time. Then Guru Maharaj, I was the first Western sannyasi. I got sannyas from Gurudev. And then in the end he looked at all and said, "You're a real sannyasi. You're only real sannyasi." He told. He could see everything. He was very close. So for me, it was, I could not understand it, because I thought they're living their whole lives there. But the mentality is a little different, I already gave up before I was in India. I renounced everything. I had closed my material life. So he could understand like this. So many times he said something in these directions. And we have to be sincere, then Guru will also accept us. First we have to accept him. When we are showing, yes, I have accepted, then he will accept us also, and he will never leave. When he left the last time in Vrindavan, it was 2006, 2007, I don't remember exactly, or 2009. He left Vrindavan, and all went towards his door and in the car where he was going to the plane. And they want to all be very near to him. So, but I did not, it was not my way to fight like this, be near him physically. But I was standing a little in the backside, but he looked at me all the time. So I was understanding, actually, Guru Maharaj has accepted me. And just after a few months, he left this world. And they called us in Vienna, but Guru Maharaj left during the Sandhyati in the evening time. Very conscious, very clear. And so many devotees I met, they crying. But I could not. For me, he was so present, more present than ever before. For me, somebody said, in my heart I felt, I'm here, don't worry, I'm not dying. Like this, we have to make connection, or we have to become sincere, then the real Guru will come. And he will be always with us. But if our mind is wandering in the material world, doing this, doing that, then we will perhaps have not this connection, this kind of connection. We must become very sincere. We are not dying, we are just entering a different world, transcendental plane. So I feel like never that Guru is left, is not here. It's like if you got this kind of experience, or if you become sincere like this, you should not be afraid of anything in this world. Nothing can happen. What we call death is just to awaken from a nightmare. So we went to Parikram. I went only with Guru Maharaj. Sometimes he went out during the Kartik month in Vrindavan. We went to Sheshashaya place, to Bhajan, Nandan, to the place of Radharani, and to the different kunja. We went, and he took me always with him. So I felt if I'm going out only to see with these material eyes, and so many came, not sincere people, who are running just looking for ladies, or ladies looking for a man. And all these things, when a big mass of people is together, I don't want. I want to be always with Guru. I want to always be with him. I felt safe, I feel home, like this. Nowadays you will hardly find this mentality. But Guru Maharaj and all his godfathers, we are reading from them, we are hearing from them. They are out of this ocean of ignorance. They are not members of the mundane world, of this world, where we are moving here. They are not running for enjoyment. since here they only want to go back home. And this you can only go with a bona fide Acharya, Guru. Others, they will make show. They are just good speakers, good singers, good have talent, but that is not meaning that they have understood. So this we will also not understand if we are not on this level. We are running for enjoyment. Jai Jagannath. If no pure devotee is there in Jagannath festival, then Jagannath is also not there. It is just a show. If a pure devotee is not in the kirtan, then it is just mundane. But this we have not yet understood. This we have to go deeper, we have to realize. So by mercy of Guru and Gauranga, all this will be relieved. We will not, it will be relieved? No. It will be realized, or we will understand. Did I answer the question? Yes, some. Yeah. Purushottam is every 4 years. There's 1 month in the moon calendar. 1 month more, otherwise, like in the Western calendar, there is this all 4 years, I think, is 1 February is 29. So that, and then the Vedic calendar, there is this Purushottam month. And this, according to Shastra, they say this month is very, business is not very good. It's a bad time for making business. So in Vrindavan there are coming millions and they are making parikram. And this month we should do spiritual activities. And they are very powerful. We should not be entangled in business. It will not work good, it will not become good. And we are trying this month to follow. It is like Kartik month. Then 1 month later starts Kartik time. So we are not eating everything. We are fasting from many things. Almost no spices. We use only haldi. We use ginger, pepper. So in the West, say we can eat also tomatoes. But not eating because original tomato was not in the old times, it was not available in India. Also not the vegan eggplant. So they also fasting from these things. Because it's new. In Jagannath temple they offer whole year, they are not offering tomatoes or something like this, or vegan. They have a special kind of potato. It is not, potatoes are also not, have not been known before in India in the old times. But some acharya, one acharya says that we can use, in the West, we can use it. Some follow the rules in the West, they follow in India. And our Math, as in the Vaishnava society especially. So Purushottam month is not good for business. All the businessmen in Vrindavan, I know them there, they are doing parikram around Vrindavan. 50 kilometers, day and night it goes. Thousands and thousands. It's full. They close their shops and they go on this parikram, and they still follow this. In the Holy Dham, I mean, daily is like Western. Yeah, I think it's not. But those who follow the tradition, they are keeping this. Inauspicious for material activities, but very auspicious for spiritual activities. There's a more detailed knowledge is given about this, but this not, one can check it in the books. Is this okay? Purushottam month. There was Nityanandi. Hmm?
What should I do? Because if I want a nice situation, I want spiritual and I also want material. What should I do in this situation?
What you should do. It will do with you. Many of in Braja, even in the transcendent world, in Vaikuntha, there are families. This is not a disqualification. Shivananda Sen was married. Great devotees. But it is the question. In spiritual world, they are more attracted to Lord Krishna than to their husband. And even the husband are more attracted to Krishna as friend or as child as to his wife. There's Krishna, Vishnu, Narayan. He is always on the first place. If you find a husband like this, then you are maybe. It's a chance. But in the West you will not find, also not in India. Nowadays it is very rare. It will not work. And if it's not working, it's also the blessing of the Lord. We have to learn that happiness, you have to pay a big price in this mundane conception. Your consciousness becomes focused on your family. And there's not much left to develop our relation to Krishna. But what I say is, if someone is determined, then you can say whatever. It will happen as it should happen. But still, it is normal. Otherwise this world would not exist. If not children get born, if everybody becomes sannyasi, it's finished. Then this material world has no purpose. So we can learn. I'm not missing this material world. If you realize it is a painful place and there's no happy end. Radha, is there a happy end? Ranger gives his experience. Everybody has. And his wife, they're living good. So it is according to our karma. Someone gets a husband or a wife who are actually not fit to go together, then it is hell. Then we learn, and in this way it is also good. We learn from it. Whatever happened, it is only we are in a school. Material world means we have to learn what is really beneficial for us, or what is really helping us to get out from here, and what is binding us to this world. What do you say? From my side, I would never go married. But when I say this, my last chance. It doesn't matter. He's happy householder. just me and Krishna, Govinda. But also very difficult for spiritual life. Anyway, this, I should not speak about these things. You get afraid. Anything more to say? There are a lot of questions you have to answer now in the hour. You have to discuss with yourself, with your mind. Yes.
I have just one question. If somebody, for example, passed away, then we have a ceremony over 11 days, right? We as most people are not living here, aside from only for those persons who are, let's say, a part of this material world. But what about those creatures? Let's say if I walk around in the grass or whatever, and if I kill them, right? They have also a soul. Is there also something for them? And, I mean, obviously there is nothing for them, but why they will be treated differently as, let's say, for example, humans?
Can you tell me? Can anyone tell me? Why? You know, in the former India, nowadays I don't know, the cow was considered holy cow because she gives milk to us. We are raising children, getting milk from the cow. She is peaceful, and she is very dear to Krishna, Govinda. But what I now understand, this society now, they feel not that these are living beings. Or even if they say this living being, but they're meant for the man to be eaten, to be slaughtered. But they should be at least biologically, they should get real grass, they should be happy during their life, and then I kill them. But what kind of mentality or what kind of intelligence such a Hare Krishna, such kind of people have? They are living beings, they are crying when you take the calf away from them. And also pigs, whatever. I heard something that every day millions of animals get killed, only in Austria, just for eating them. You can understand if this world is working like action and reaction. We all who eating these animals, we become also guilty. We may not have slaughtered it, but we become guilty because we are supporting this killing. So we also have to pay the price with the reaction, will, that we have to experience what we have to experience. Just look at the newspapers. They wonder how can it be, how this leader is, because he's demoniac, he's aggressive. But this is only the reaction of our activities, whatever we experience here in this world. But we say this politicians, that this is demon, this is bad, and this is bad. They are also just marionettes in the whole play, in the whole. They are not like this great Stalin or Hitler or whatever. They are just instruments. And they created so much disturbance. Always happen. All over the world. There was not ever, there was a world, this material world, or this planet, where there was no war and no killing was going on. So we are living in a world who is very cruel. So we have to understand why things happen. It is not the cars, who make the climate or the North Pole melt or South Pole, or whatever they think. They will survive, the planet will survive, but you will not survive. Not because of this, they will burn up. It will be because we have to die. There is no way. We have to leave this world one day. I don't know if I catch the whole thing now.
You catched it correctly. You answered my question.
We gave it the last days, we spoke about that we are creating every individual creates his own universe where he has to either enjoy or suffer his past activities. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And if you don't believe it, who cares? Death, old age, disease, it is reality. If you believe or not. And that's because all these insects who are running there, here and there, they are also not innocent. Why one takes bird as an insect or as a tree? Everybody gets, according to his activities, gets a body or gets opportunity to enjoy separately from the Supreme Lord. And we can decide ourselves how our life will go on. It is up to us. So the day was only questions and answers. He is still smiling, okay. What?
You said crying at the same time.
It's very intense. Better cry now than to cry the rest of your life. It is hurting. It is not easy, but still it is not. It is also natural in this world. But we have to understand what we are looking for happiness. You cannot get only happiness. For every activity we have to pay the price. Whatever we do, it costs. This is the law, natural, the laws of material nature. Even if you sing, but nobody knows what I'm doing. Don't never think like this. There are demigods who are in charge of these things. They make notice, not on the laptop. They have the power to do. Can we close here or something more to say? If you want to become Krishna consciousness, you must be completely open. Nothing can be hidden before him. And the slightest thing you hide, then Krishna puts you in illusion and think, only I do. Nobody has seen me. Om dat Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada. He, Krishna, is like the sun, like a big eye in the sky. He sees everything at any moment. You'll be always conscious of this. Everything. We think that is, how can we, millions of living beings? He may be crazy. But one day we have to realize that we have all the same. We think we are thinking differently. But it is always the same. We are all connected. We are part of him. We are one. That this is beyond our capacity to, our brain is not made to understand this. Our mundane conception we cannot understand. But we should always be conscious of this. That means he is above us. He is like a big eye. He is always, he's seeing And if you see him also like this, that he's seeing me at any moment, then this is a very powerful meditation. Very purifying. Then we become more and more one with Krishna. Then we come close. Then we can understand or realize. Okay. We can stop here. Jai Shri Gurudeva Ki Jai. Jai Nittai Gaura Paramanandi. Manchakalpajarupyascha. Kipasindhu Evacha Patitam Bhavanebhyo. Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namo.